I'm going to try some of the dishes on James's menu. And I've invited historian Kate Williams to join me.
Hello, hello.
Nice to see you, Kate.
Thank you so much for having me.
To find out how receptive Victorian London was to Escoffier and his cooking.
It's marvellous. It looks amazing.
We're eating sole Victoria, a rich, extravagant dish of poached sole, lobster and truffles that Escoffier invented and named for the Queen.
It's beautiful. It's very light, isn't it? It's fantastic.
Yeah, incredibly. So, Kate, tell me a little bit about the dining scene in England at this 1800s.
Well, the dining scene in England really wasn't a scene at all. In fact, it was pretty much private. It was, you ate at home. Everything carried on at home. A wild night out was going to someone else's house for a dinner party.
So the gentlemen would go out to clubs and I suppose partake in the odd cigar and a glass of brandy or port. But were there no ladies at all in these clubs?
Well, there were ladies, but the Victorians wouldn't have called them ladies per se. That was really the place for courtesans. It was the place for the naughty girls. You wouldn't take your respectable wife, or heaven forbid, your daughter, to such a place as a club. If you see a woman on her own in a restaurant or a cafe in the Victorian times, she is fair game and she's there for custom.
Escoffier and Ritz faced a real challenge. They needed to create an environment that simply didn't exist in England at that time.
Ritz and Escoffier made dining respectable, especially for ladies, by turning the Savoy into a very feminine place, a very respectable place, and somewhere that ladies could go without the fear of being bothered or the suggestion they might be issuing some kind of invitation. It was somewhere where everyone had to dress up. Only a certain amount of people were allowed here.
This picture shows the Savoy in its Edwardian heyday. Ritz had even chosen pink lampshades because he considered them more flattering for ladies' complexions. That kind of attention to detail is at the heart of running a successful restaurant. And the pair were equally savvy when it came to creating a buzz.
They had a really cunning idea. They thought they could make their own human advertising. So Ritz and Escoffier got Lady de Grey, who was a great glamorous leader of society, and she was set to, eat in public in the Savoy.
Lady de Grey is a wonderful figure, extremely grand and extremely avant-garde. One of the first women to travel by car, the first to have a telephone in her own house, and now the first to hold a lunch party at the Savoy.
Once she'd done it, everyone else had to join in. It was like Coco Chanel having a town. All these ladies flocked in, and suddenly the Savoy became incredibly popular for ladies, for couples, for people on their own, and this was a complete turnaround. The British dining culture was born.
So dining out was no longer just acceptable, it became fashionable.
The restaurants of London became crucial, important social spaces where you could display your wealth, you could display yourself, and the top ladies at the time were seen there. You could see and be seen.
And at the centre of all this was Escoffier's food. He was preparing wonderful dishes, and as a man who knew how to flatter and sell, he named many of them after his favourite customers. Nellie Melba was a hugely popular Australian opera singer. She always stayed at the hotel after performing at Covent Garden. Escoffier created a special peach dessert for her. He served it in a spectacular ice swan. The mist of dry ice is James's modern addition to the drama.
Escoffier was an incredible publicist, this brilliant advertising that every time Dame Nellie Melba went on stage, everyone thought about his pudding. It was, for free. It was like she was wandering around with a great big placard saying, "Eat a nice stewed peach with lovely sugar on the top." Oh, incredible. I feel like a Victorian. Amazing. It's also exciting.
That is delicious.
Amazing. It's amazing.
I think Dame Nellie would approve.
Escoffier's menus were always written in French. He felt English made his dishes sound unattractive. And in his determination to educate the English palate, he would manage his customers' whole meal, asking them for their preferences and budget. and then creating an entire set menu for them.